You hit spin. Cherry, cherry, lemon. One symbol off. You hit spin again. Bar, bar, cherry. One symbol off. Again. 7, 7, bar. Always one away. If slots are truly random, why does this keep happening? The answer isn't luck, it's design. Before we go further, I need to know something. Have you noticed this pattern yourself? The near miss, the almost win, the feeling you were so close. Comment yes if this has happened to you. Comment no if you think I'm wrong. Do it now. Your answer matters for what comes next. I've spent years studying casino systems, internal documents, slot machine programming patents, interviews with engineers who built these machines. What I'm about to tell you isn't conspiracy, it's mechanical fact, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Most players believe slots are random. They believe every spin has the same chance. They believe the machine doesn't know what you see. That belief is what keeps the system running, because random doesn't mean fair, and what you see on the screen isn't always what the machine decided. Let me explain. When you pull that lever or press that button, you think you're spinning physical reels. You're not. Modern slot machines are computers. The outcome is decided the instant you hit spin, not when the reels stop, not when the symbols line up. Instantly, by a random number generator, a chip, a program. But here's the twist. The reels you see spinning, those are just animation, a visual show. The machine already knows you lost, but it doesn't show you a losing combination immediately. It shows you a near miss, on purpose. This isn't a glitch, it's programmed behavior. The random number generator picks a number. That number corresponds to a position on a virtual reel. The game is over before you see anything move, but the animation plays out slowly, deliberately, building tension, making you believe the outcome is still being determined. It's theater, and you're the audience. Old mechanical slots had physical reels. Each symbol had an equal chance of landing. But digital machines don't work that way. They use something called virtual reel mapping. Here's how it works. A physical reel might have 20 symbols, but the computer maps those 20 symbols to hundreds of virtual stops. So one cherry might appear once on the reel, but it's mapped to 30 virtual stops. A jackpot symbol might appear once, but it's mapped to only 2 virtual stops. What does that mean for you? It means the jackpot symbol appears on the reel as often as a cherry, but the computer selects it 15 times less. You see it, you think it's close, but mathematically, it was never close. The near miss is a lie. Let me break this down further. Imagine you're looking at a reel. You see 10 different symbols. They look evenly spaced. You assume each one has a 10% chance of landing on the pay line. Wrong. Behind the scenes, the virtual reel might have 500 stops. The jackpot symbol is assigned to 5 of those stops. That's a 1% chance. But a blank symbol next to the jackpot, that might be assigned to 60 stops, 12%. So when the reels spin and you see jackpot, jackpot, blank, your brain registers it as bad luck. You were so close. But the machine wasn't selecting between 3 equally likely outcomes. It was selecting between drastically weighted options. The blank was always more likely. The near miss was always designed into the math. In the 1980s, a slot machine designer tried to patent a near miss feature. The idea was simple. When the player loses, show them a combination that looks like they almost won. 2 jackpots and a blank, 2 sevens and a cherry. The player feels close. They spin again. Gaming regulators rejected the patent. They said it was deceptive. But here's the problem. The rejection didn't stop the behavior. It just stopped designers from being obvious about it. The near miss still exists. It's just hidden in the mathematics of virtual reel mapping, plausible deniability. The machine can say, we didn't program a near miss. The random number generator just happened to choose that combination. But when it happens over and over, spin after spin, night after night across millions of machines, you start to realize it's not coincidence, it's strategy. The patent was filed by a company called Universal Distributing. They wanted legal protection for a system that would intentionally display losing combinations that looked like wins. The Nevada Gaming Control Board shut it down. They said it violated fair gaming standards. But that was 40 years ago. Technology has evolved, the loopholes have widened, and what regulators banned as explicit programming is now achieved through implicit design. Today's machines don't need a near-miss feature. They achieve the same result through weighted virtual reels and strategic symbol placement. It's legal, it's tested, it's approved, and it produces the exact effect the patent tried to create. You see near misses constantly. You feel like you're always one symbol away, and you keep playing. Casinos know something about your brain that you don't. Your brain treats a near miss the same way it treats a win. Scientists have studied this. When you almost win, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical that fires when you actually win. The same chemical that makes you feel good. The same chemical that makes you want to spin again. A loss feels bad. A near miss feels exciting. So the machine doesn't just make you lose, it makes you almost win, over and over. Because almost winning keeps you playing longer than losing ever could. This is why you chase. This is why you think the next spin will hit. This is why you feel like the machine is teasing you, because it is. Research from the University of Cambridge studied gamblers' brain activity using functional MRI scans. They monitored players while they spun slots. When a player lost, certain areas of the brain showed low activity. When they won, the reward centers lit up. But here's what shocked researchers. When players experienced a near miss, the same reward centers activated, not as intensely as a win, but significantly more than a loss. Your brain is being tricked. It interprets 2 cherries and a lemon as progress, as evidence that you're getting closer, as a sign that the machine is ready to pay. But the machine has no memory. It doesn't know what happened on the last spin. It's not building toward anything. The near miss means nothing, but your brain doesn't know that, and casinos exploit that gap. Let me ask you something. Which of these 4 points hit you the hardest? Type 1 if the instant outcome shocked you. Type 2 if virtual reel mapping changed how you see slots. Type 3 if the near-miss patent story got you. Type 4 if the dopamine explanation made it all click. Comment your number right now. There's a reason slot machines are more addictive than almost any other form of gambling. It's called variable ratio reinforcement. It's the same psychological principle that makes people check their phones every few minutes. You don't know when the reward is coming, but you know it's possible, so you keep trying. B.F. Skinner, a psychologist, tested this on pigeons. He put them in a box. Every time they pecked a lever, they got food. But not every time. Sometimes they pecked 10 times before food came, sometimes twice, sometimes 50 times. The pigeons became obsessed. They pecked faster, longer, even when they weren't hungry. Slot machines work the same way. You don't know when the win is coming, but the near misses tell you it's close, so you keep spinning. Faster, longer, even when you're losing. This is not gambling. This is behavioral engineering. Skinner discovered that variable ratio schedules of reinforcement produce the strongest behavioral responses, stronger than fixed rewards, stronger than predictable patterns. The unpredictability creates compulsion, and slot machines are the purest application of this principle ever designed. You don't know if the next spin will pay, but you know it could, and that possibility is enough. The near miss reinforces the behavior. It tells your brain that you're doing something right, that you're on the edge of success, that quitting now would be a mistake. So you don't quit. You keep feeding the machine, and the machine keeps feeding you near misses. This is why slots generate more revenue than all other casino games combined. It's not because they pay better. It's because they hook deeper. Casinos give you a button. They let you stop the reels early on some machines. They let you choose how much to bet. They let you pick your machine. All of this creates a feeling. The feeling that you have control, that your decisions matter. They don't. The outcome was already decided, but the illusion of control keeps you engaged. It makes you feel responsible for the loss. It makes you think you can do better next time, and that thought keeps you playing. Some machines let you press the button to stop each reel individually. You see the first reel land on a 7. You press again, the second reel lands on a 7. Now you're focused. You time the third press perfectly. It lands one symbol off, and you think, I was so close. If I had pressed it a millisecond earlier, I would have won. But you wouldn't have. The result was determined before the first reel stopped. The stop reel button doesn't change the outcome. It just speeds up the animation. The machine already knew where it would land. Your timing meant nothing. But the illusion makes you believe your skill matters, and that belief keeps you trying. This is the same reason people blow on dice, rub the screen, talk to the machine. They want to feel like they have influence. Casinos don't discourage this, they encourage it, because players who feel in control play longer, even when that control is completely imaginary. Here's something most players never notice. You bet $5 on a multi-line slot. You win $3. Lights flash, music plays, the machine celebrates. But you just lost $2. The machine doesn't tell you that. It celebrates your loss like a win. This is called a loss disguised as a win. And it happens on nearly every spin. You walk away thinking you won more than you did. The machine conditions you to feel good about losing, and it works. Multi-line slots are designed to do this. You bet on 20 lines, maybe 5 of them hit. You get a payout. But the payout is less than your total bet. You're down money. But your brain registers the flashing lights and the payout sound as a win. It feels like progress. It feels like the machine is paying. Studies have tracked player behavior during these moments. Heart rate increases, excitement spikes. Players smile. They feel rewarded, even though they just lost. The machine has trained them to associate sensory stimulation with success, and that conditioning overrides logic. This is why players can sit at a slot for hours and not realize how much they've lost. The small wins feel significant. The losses feel insignificant. The machine creates a distorted perception of reality. And by the time you check your balance, the damage is done. Casinos don't make money when you win big and leave. They make money when you stay, when you play spin after spin, hour after hour, because every game has a house edge, and that edge only works over time. Slots are designed to maximize time on device. Fast spins, immediate feedback, constant near misses. No skill required, no waiting for other players. Just you and the machine. And the longer you stay, the more the math works in the casino's favor. The average slot player makes 600 spins per hour. At $1 per spin, that's $600 in action. Even if the machine has a 90% return to player rate, the casino expects to keep $60 of that, per hour, per player. Multiply that across thousands of machines, thousands of players, 24 hours a day. The numbers are staggering. And near misses are the key to keeping you in that seat. They create the illusion of momentum, of being close, of needing just a few more spins to hit. You're not chasing a win. You're chasing the feeling that a win is near. And that feeling never goes away because the machine never stops showing you near misses. Every sound you hear is designed. Every flash of light is calculated. Casinos spend millions on audio and visual research. They test frequencies, they test colors, they test timing, all to find the combination that keeps you playing longest. Winning sounds are high-pitched, celebratory. They trigger positive emotions. Losing sounds are muted, forgettable. Near-miss sounds are somewhere in between, Just enough stimulation to keep you engaged, just enough excitement to make you think something is happening. The lights follow the same logic. Bright, flashing lights on wins, dim, steady lights on losses, and on near misses, a flicker, a tease. Just enough to catch your eye, just enough to make you look twice. This isn't random. This is sensory engineering, and it works on a subconscious level. You don't realize the sounds are influencing you. You don't notice the lights are guiding your emotions, but they are. Every spin, every second. Let me be very clear about something. There is no system that beats a slot machine. No pattern to follow, no timing strategy, no lucky machine. The random number generator does not care about your last spin. It does not care how long you've been playing. It does not care how much you've lost. Every spin is independent. Every result is random within the weighted structure. And the house edge guarantees the casino wins over time. Not on every spin, not with every player, but across millions of spins and thousands of players, the math always works. Understanding near misses doesn't give you an edge. It doesn't help you win. What it does is remove the illusion. It stops you from chasing losses. It stops you from believing the machine is about to pay. It puts you back in control of your decisions. This is not a strategy to beat the casino. This is awareness to stop the casino from beating you blindly. The most dangerous moment at a slot machine is right after a near miss. That's when your brain is flooded with dopamine. That's when you feel closest to winning. That's when you're most likely to make another bet. Casinos know this. That's why they engineer near misses into the system. Because players who experience near misses bet again faster. They bet more. They stay longer. But here's what they don't tell you. The near miss has no predictive value. It doesn't mean the machine is hot. It doesn't mean a win is coming. It means nothing. It's just animation, just code, just a visual trick. If you want control, you have to recognize that moment, that split second after the near miss when your brain tells you to spin again. That's the moment you walk away. That's the moment you take back power. Now, I want to know something. Do you want me to go deeper? There are more layers to this. The way casinos design floor layouts, the way they control air and temperature, the way they track your play and adjust offers to keep you coming back. Should I make a part 2? Comment system if you want the next level. Comment stop if you've had enough. Let me know right now. What you just learned is only the surface, the programming behind the symbols, the psychology behind the design. But there's a bigger system at work, a system that goes beyond the machine, beyond the casino floor, a system that follows you home, that learns your habits, that predicts your behavior. Most players never see it, but it's there, running in the background. And once you understand it, everything changes. The question is, are you ready to see it? Or do you want to keep believing it's just bad luck? The choice is yours, but the machine already knows what you'll choose. It always does.